We've got another big weekend coming at you. On Saturday, we celebrate the solemnity of Mary, Mother of God. Before the 60s, it was the Feast of the Circumcision and Naming of Jesus, because that would have taken place 8 days after his birth. And there was another Feast of Mary, Mother of God, and it was transferred to January 1st. So now we celebrate it kind of in conjunction with it's the closing of the octave of Christmas is what it is. So we certainly honor our Blessed Mother in this. And it's one of those things that, there's nowhere in the scripture that says flat out, Mary is the mother of God. But at the same time, it's one of those things that's just logically true. Jesus is God, and Mary gave birth to Jesus. Therefore, Mary is the mother of God. And, it doesn't mean that she's greater than Jesus. It doesn't mean she's greater than God. But it does mean that she truly gave birth to him into the world and was at the intersection of the divine becoming human and maintaining his divinity, but human and divine being wed together. So we certainly honor her. And if you notice, the readings this week are, I don't want to say they're ordinary, but as far as the feast goes, they're kind of ordinary Christmas readings, if you will. Again, there's nothing that says flat out, Mary of Nazareth is the mother of God. So you can take those in and more fully enter into the mystery of Christmas and Jesus' birth. And again, with an awareness of, a focus on our Blessed Mother and her role in bringing about the salvation of the world. So that's Saturday, but Sunday, the feast of the feast of the Epiphany is transferred in a way to Sunday, so we celebrate it on January 2nd. Traditionally, it's on January 6th, but just so that everyone can have a greater chance of participating in that great feast, we celebrate it on Sunday after Mary, Mother of God. So what we have in these readings are prophecies actually of Gentiles and kings coming to worship the one true God, and they would bring him gifts of gold and frankincense. And fast forward to the gospel reading, and what do you have? You have these wise men, the magi, astronomers maybe, kings maybe. We have them coming from Gentile nations and laying their gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh before the one true king. And they prostrate themselves in worship of this child born in a stable. Right? So what we have really, what we're celebrating in a particular way is that those three wise men are the first fruits of the redemption of the Gentiles, right? So, and a lot more will come, especially as St. Paul goes out and preaches, and he tells us the divide is broken down between Gentile and Jew, and all will come to worship the one true King. So, it's one of those things that, again, is the fulfillment of prophecy. When you look through the Old Testament, you find places where God tells the Israelites that they are to be a light to the Gentiles and draw them to worship of the one true God. And that's what's happening as Jesus is born into the world. It's really quite profound. He hasn't even been alive for a few days, and he's already having this impact on other nations. So, just a word about the star as well. It seems that even in scientific examinations of what might have been taking place during that time, there was some sort of celestial event that the Magi would have actually seen and would have actually been able to follow over the course of some time, over the course of some days, to find the king, underneath the star, if you will. So there was something. That's not legendary. There was a something in the sky. It may not have been a star itself, but there was a real life event happening in the heavens during that time that would have led the Magi to Bethlehem to adore the king. So again, we have the fulfillment of prophecies. We find out again and again that God is faithful to his promises, and as we celebrate Epiphany, in the conversion of the Gentiles to the one true King, God again has been faithful to his promises.